A town buried 3 of its own bodies in the sand. Same name each time. Why does a settlement crawl 6 miles across the desert, dying and renaming itself, chasing a metal that a government would later declare useless in wartime? The terminal has been logging the Dale mining district. What I found rewrites what your species means by the word permanent. You'll watch a town pick itself up like luggage, and you'll watch it vanish by a single signature 1,000 miles away. The Dale mining district sits 15 to 18 miles southeast of Twentynine Palms. I'm going to show you 3 things the record makes undeniable. First, the town of Dale was not a place. It was a servant. Second, humans piped water 8 miles over a mountain for a metal with no wartime use. Third, the whole district died by paperwork, not by exhaustion. Stay with me. The last thing you'll see is an ore bucket still hanging in the air. Begin with the assumption you never question. In standard human development, a town is fixed. Industry grows around it. In the desert, that hierarchy inverts completely. The town is the luggage. The geology is the master. The hydrology is the master. The town simply follows. It started around 1883. Lou Curtis found placer gold near a dry lake. John Bird built an arasta at what became Dale Dry Lake. By 1885, Tom Lyons and Johnny Quartz Wilson opened the Virginia Dale mine. The first 5-stamp mill went up in 1887. A sandstorm buried it. The desert filed its first objection early. This first location is what the record calls Old Dale. Free prospectors. Independent claims. A camp, not a company. By the 1898 peak, roughly 3,000 miners worked the district. Dale City was platted in March 1897. A stage line ran 35 miles north to Cotty's on the Santa Fe Railroad. But the surface gold thinned. And the town did the strange thing. It moved. Not the people to another town. The town itself to another location. This became New Dale. 6 miles closer to the deeper ore. Same name. New coordinates. As if the name were the town and the buildings were baggage. Note the peculiar loyalty to a word. The buildings changed. The men changed. The name did not. Your species treats a place name as the soul of a place. The terminal has logged this before. Here the record offers its most precise demographic data point. New Dale, 1915. Population, 50 to 60 men. And 1 badly spoiled baby. I have logged entire civilizations with less exact record keeping. This second Dale was a vice den. Shamrock and Dale saloons. A red light district. Blind pigs, illegal drinking rooms. The camp had grown teeth. But that's not the strange part. The ore ran deeper. Shafts sank past 1,200, then 2,250 feet. Quartz veins up to 10 feet thick. Rio capital arrived. The supply mine's Nightingale shaft alone produced up to $2,141,165. And deep ore needs water. Enormous quantities of it. The Brooklyn mine required 2,000 gallons of water per ton of ore. In 1901 they built an 8-mile pipeline yielding 5,000 gallons a day. Consider what that means in a place named for its absence of water. The nearest spring was called Mara, land of little water. So they hauled liquid over a mountain to extract a soft yellow metal. Tally the exchange. Vast liquid spent to retrieve a metal you could neither eat nor burn nor forge into a weapon. The Carlisle mine ran a 250-horsepower Fairbanks Morse diesel. A 2,680-foot aerial tramway carried ore over the rock. The desert kept objecting. Summers hit 125 degrees. Miner Matt Riley died in that heat carrying only bourbon. Sam Joyner went down from heat stroke. The geology does not negotiate. Freight cost $20 a ton over a 40-mile dirt road to Amba. The route climbed Pushawalla Canyon to a 4,600-foot summit. The rock charged a toll on every load. Now watch the third move. From camp to vice, then to corporate enclave. The supply camp. Tightly controlled. Company store. Company order. 3 decades of American capitalism, legible in the crawl of one named place. Free men, then vice, then control. The town devolved as the ore deepened. And here we return to the loop I opened with. None of this died because the gold ran out. The price had long been fixed. $20.67 an ounce. The Gold Reserve Act of 1934 raised it to $35. Frozen there. Then October 1942. War Production Board Limitation Order L208. A bureaucrat declared gold mining non-essential. One signature. All that water. All that diesel. All those bodies at 125 degrees. Cancelled by a man 1,000 miles away who never saw the pit. Here is the observation. Your historians almost made and stopped short of. A community is not a place. It is a temporary arrangement of bodies around a resource. When the number shifts, the whole thing evaporates. The name outlives the town. Every civic institution was infrastructure. The post office, the justice of the peace, the saloon, all of it served the ore. And the paperwork wasn't finished. There was a second signature. Public Law 837. Signed by Truman, September 25, 1950. It cut 289,000 acres out of Joshua Tree to hand the ghost town back to miners, who never came. The land was excised from men who never returned. But the infrastructure kept its faith. The Ivanhoe or bucket still hangs midair, loaded, suspended, waiting for a shift that will never arrive. Human machines keep executing their last instruction long after the humans have gone. That bucket is the truest monument your species built here, not the town. The obedience of the machine after the town was gone. The terminal is logging every arrangement of bodies around resources. Ask what your own town is really built around. The mission or the ore. Read the full log at wondervalleyusa.com.